All right, here we are back again. This is Groundhog Gaming, and we are at episode number 4 of our Starfield playthrough. We're going to go here, sleep for an hour, and I don't know if I pointed it out, but I'm going to point it out now. One local hour is 57 hours and 47 minutes. I think I did point this out. So when we sleep for 24 hours, we are sleeping for 1,386 hours and 47 minutes. That's important because you extract resources in UT time, but you sleep in planetary time. So we're going
Captain
to go down
John,
here. Hey,
hello.
Vasco.
I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Well, that's good to know, Vasco, that you're glad that I survived my sleep cycle. So I woke up not dead. Thank you very much, Vasco. I do appreciate that. And I'm getting my timer started here. Now we're going. And we're going to go over here. We're going to go towards this mountainous area right here. That big black mountain right there. That's important because where we're going to be is right down there at the bottom. And we're going to scan out some stuff. When we get close enough, we've got to be within 10 meters, and we're going to mine all the aluminum and iron that we can get our hands on, and all the nickel. And oh man, I didn't. Okay, it did scan it when I. Use hand scanner 2. That's the one. L. Okay. I want to use a hand scanner to place an outpost beacon. And I did not go back. I was going to go back to Jemison and buy some materials, but I'm going to try this, and we may not be able to get it done, but we're going to try it. But I need nickel and cobalt, iron and aluminum. I need to get a bunch of this. And I've got to scan out stuff anyway, but I need nickel, aluminum, iron, and cobalt to make my outpost. There's some cobalt. There's some aluminum, cobalt, sorry. Alright. And down here is argon, which I don't need, but I do need iron, etc. And this is a low gravity planet, or a fairly low gravity planet. In case you're wondering, it's about like 0.4, I think. There's aluminum. And there's some more over here. And I may have to do this for quite a while because that's platinum, which I don't really need, but we'll take it anyway. Won't do it from that range. We got to get a little closer. Okay. Alright. Nickel and cobalt are going to be the important ones. I got a feeling that because I need that to create power, and I'm going to need power. There's water. So that's only going to leave me one. And it'll probably be neon. That's the one I always need. And we'll harvest that. Damn it, come on. Alright. Yeah, nickel and cobalt are the ones that I'm going to need, I'm afraid. So we're going to roam around, and there we have an unknown. That's a covered crater. We're scanning stuff as we go here. There's something over there, fracking control center. Sometimes there is a ship landing site right here, and you can go steal ships there. We didn't get that lucky this time. There may be one, there's just no ship there right now, because it won't show up until a ship lands, but I don't. That may be one right there, but I don't see any others that would be. Alright, so we're going to go down here. I should have flown back to Jemison. and picked up some materials because I could just buy all this nickel and cobalt that I need, but we'll do it the hard way. And we'll just get what we need, and then use that. And once we get power up and running, this becomes a piece of cake. Okay? The hard part is just getting some extractors up and powered up. Once we get extractors up and powered up, we are good to go. We can do everything else with just that. Because we have, I believe it takes aluminum, cobalt, and nickel to make wind turbines, and they don't create a lot of power, but we can make an unlimited number of them because we're going to mine those things right here, which is a big deal. So, care about the platinum. I do need cobalt and nickel. I'm going to have enough aluminum, I think, to get started, but it's cobalt and nickel that I'm definitely going to need. And we can, wait, where was that? Something right there. Nickel? What? What? Must be right here. Oh, that's platinum. Where's the nickel? There's iron. Well, we're going to give it a shot with what we've got here. Head over towards where we need to be and give this thing a shot. And if we can't do it, we'll run around and mine a little more. Or if we are really short, we'll fly back to Jemison and buy some. But what we want to do is get over here. Like I said, don't care about the platinum. Don't really need iron to any great extent, probably, but going to need cobalt and nickel. And I've repeated that multiple times now, so I'm going to quit doing that. We're going to be short on nickel, I think. But it is what it is. Oh, we've got a flag there. That's an unexplored geophysical feature. That's platinum. Don't need it, but we'll take it. I'd like to find the doggone neon. I'm pretty sure that's what I need. Let's do that. Yep, neon is what I need. Iron, cobalt. Alright, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you what we're looking for. We're going to try this, and we'll get the rest of it at some point. We'll get okay, we got if we have to, we'll get cobalt up and running. There's nickel. Alright. More cobalt. More iron. And then this way we're going to find nickel is right here. You'd think we'd find some nickel around the nickel area, right? But except we're not. Alright, I'm just about done with this nonsense. I'm gonna go get it, but this is, again, a fairly low gravity planet. Man, I'm not finding any nickel. That kind of sucks. But we'll do what we gotta do. Alright, so we're gonna go over here, and I'm pretty sure it's this direction. And there, you see these things right here? These outcroppings, I don't know what they're called. These crystalline sort of, not crystalline, they're outgrowths we're looking for one that looks just like this one here. It goes bing, bang, boom, like straight in a row. So we're going to hit R. And notice when we do that, up in the upper left corner up there, we've got iron, nickel, aluminum, and cobalt. Now, if I move it this way, all I've got is iron and nickel. What I want is to get over here where cobalt, as long as the iron is still in there, I want to move over here towards the cobalt area. And if I lose iron, I've got to have iron just at least barely in there. All right? And then I'm going to come up this way a little bit, and I'm going to hit E to verify. Now we'll see if this works right. And I'm going to hit V now. And that is the fly cam view. Now what I have to extract aluminum is iron, tungsten, and aluminum. And aluminum is right here. It's easy to get to. And we're going to turn this so it's kind of pointing that direction. We're going to go right to the edge of it, and we're going to hit E. All right, now it takes power to do that, but first I've got cobalt. We're going to go up here and do nickel. And I'm going to have to get iron too, but right now we want nickel. And my nickel extraction area is right here. And I want to go to where I can put at least 2 of them in there if I want to. And I'm going to hit E right there. Now I need 10 power. Let's see. Wait, where's my cobalt? Where's cobalt? I know I've got cobalt here. Oh, let's roll it up there. All right. Now, here's what I want. I want to go as high up the hill as I can, but leave some room at the bottom to put a second cobalt extractor. So I'm going to roll down, and I'm going to hit E. All right, and then I'm going to roll down, and I'm going to go to iron, and I'm going to put one over here. And I'm going to need like 20 power to power all this. But I just barely need to get this one on there. The only one I'm going to need an extra one for is Y. Y. All right, let's turn, rotate it, slide over this way. Oh man, can I not do that? It should be right there, except it's not. Okay, there it is. Wow. Wow. I'm going to turn it a little more that way. And just barely get it on there. Now I'm going to need 20 power. So I'm going to hit C. And I'm going to go down here to wind turbines. And I'm going to need a bunch of these. But I've got enough nickel to make 5 of them. Ooh. Doggone it. So I'm gonna have to get some more nickel for sure, but I'm not gonna need much more because these produce 3 power each, I believe. I might be able to make, oh yeah, we'll do some solar arrays, and then we'll get that over there, rotate that up and down and up and down. And we're going to make a few of these. We're going to make as many of these as we can because I'm not using anything that I need for the others. All right, I got 12 power. All right, now I'm going to go to wind turbines, and I'm going to make 2 more of these, at least. Make as many of them as I can make, and that's it. All right, but now everything's powered up. I got 31 power. Okay, so I can hit Z and go back to cobalt. Oh, I don't have enough tungsten to make it. Doesn't that just suck? I need 1 more tungsten. That sucks. Alright, so we're going to change. We're going to leave that like it is. It's all right. We're going to hit C, 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 and I'm going to go right down here to wherever my outpost beacon is, wherever it is. If I can find it. Should be right there. Okay. And I am going to turn this the other direction. That way, right there. And I'm going to hit V. I'm not going to do that like that. I'm going to do it like this. I'll go down here. And I'm going to put it right about. Turn it a little bit. And then I'm going to hit E right there. Slide over. E. And then I'm going to raise it up to about right there. And I'm going to hit E again. I'm going to roll down one more. And I'm going to hit E. Oh, no. Tab. Cancel that. Escape. E. I want it connected. There it is. Now, escape. I want to get all the way out. Put my gun away. And then I want to go inside here. And the first thing I'm going to do is go right over here, and I'm going to point straight at that wall. And I'm going to hit F, R, and then I'm going to hit C until I get to, whoops, V, Z, sorry, bed. And then I'm going to lay it down right there. I'm going to slide over till it's, and I'm going to hit E. Now I've got a bed. And then I'm going to hit Z until I get to industrial workbench. And I'm going to come back here, roll over here, get straight with the wall, roll down, roll up, and that squares everything up, and hit E and hit escape. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sleep for 1 hour. That is 57 hours and 47 minutes of extractor time. And I'm going to come over here, and the industrial workbench allows you to create basic manufactured components which can be used for building structures for your outpost and crafting mods for your weapons and equipment. The raw resources used for manufactured components can be acquired from planets or moons by starting an outpost and setting up resource extractors, which we have already done. More advanced manufactured components can be created from fabricators at outposts. So we're going to go down here to adaptive frames, and I'm going to need quite a few of these. So I'm just going to set my thing right there, and I'm going to hit, I want it at 99, and I'm going to hit E. And then I could do 93 more, but notice how I got 108 experience for that. We'll start with just 99. Now, from right inside here, I'm overburdened, so F, R, and then I'm going to go V. Now, I'm going to hit Z until I get to storage, which is this guy right here. And I'm going to slide over here somewhere. And I want to make sure I got a little room to do what I'm trying to do here. I want to find the high spot, kind of. That's close enough. Then I'm going to roll down to this guy. And I'm going to hit E. E. I'm going to slide over and do an E. E. And one more E. 5 of them. Then I'm going to slide over here. And I'm going to do 5 going this way. And then I'm going to slide down here, and I'm going to do, I want to make sure I'm at the high spot, kind of. All right, now, if you build an extra one, you just hit tab and hold the R key and get rid of it. And it puts the resources back in. And so I'm going to slide down here, go this way, and E. E. Whoops, I'm missing some resources. Okay, I'm missing aluminum. I have enough adaptive frames, but I'm missing aluminum. So I'm going to escape out and go over here and sleep for an hour. And that's going to give me plenty of aluminum because I am extracting aluminum right here. Okay? I need to write down that I need tungsten. I need a little bit of tungsten. Now FRV, V, hit the tab key, roll back down here where I was, and pop it on the end there, and I want to build rows of 5 of them. That's fine. Okay, now I'm going to hit the tab key, and I'm going to slide over here to my aluminum extractor. Alright, and I'm just using my WASD keys to move around. I'm going to right click that, and I'm going to come in on this end of it right here. I want to make sure that it's on that one. Okay, and I'm going to hit right click again. By creating an output link from the extractor aluminum, everything it produces will be automatically sent to the storage solid. Output links are useful for storing the output of extractors and builders. They are also essential for providing builders with their required resources. Alright, and then I'm going to go up here to my cobalt extractor, and I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to come down, and I'm going to go to the same one on this pile. But I want to make sure that I go into the same one on each one of these, okay? That is critical, because you will forget where you put them if you don't. And then you can look and see pretty easily, but it's easier if you can just remember. And that's the nickel one, and I'm going to go over here to the iron one, and I think it should be right over here somewhere, right there. We just barely got that in there, but it's in there. That's all that matters. And we only need 1 iron extractor. We need more than 1 cobalt extractor. And actually, cobalt is the only one we'll need 2 extractors. Okay? We got plenty of power for that, but now I have that done. So I'm going to hit escape and go out of here. And I did all that while I was standing in here. Wasn't moving around. And I am still overburdened. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to hit the tab key, and I'm going to drop the adaptive frames that I have. Alright. And then, well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick those back up. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to hit, oh, no, I can't do that yet. I'm not done building yet. FRV. We're going to go up. And then I'm going to hit tab to get out of there, and I'm going to hit C, or one of the C or Z, either one, until I get to this right here. Shipbuilder with landing pad. It is a large shipbuilder with landing pad, or landing pad with shipbuilder, not shipbuilder with landing pad. Whoops. Now I want to go here, and I want to roll that around until it's pointed in the right direction. I will slide over and then slide back right there. And I want to back up where I can see what I'm doing. Doggone it. I can't get backed up. Okay. I guess I'll slide it over here. Slide up that way. I want to be right at the end of that, where I can jump from one to the other. And I'm going to hit E right there. Alright, and then I'm going to hit escape and get out of here. Now I'm going to run out here, and I may still be overburdened with a 0.43 gravity. Alright, and I can jump from one to the other. Now what I'm going to do, my ship is up there. I'm going to hit E and I'm going to view modify ships. And I'm going to go into Shipbuilder on the Frontier. And it's going to tell me Shipbuilder allows you to fully design, modify, and paint your ship. The floor gauge to the right tells you where new modules will appear. When the floor gauge, that's this, when the floor gauge is at 0, for example, new modules will be placed in the center mass of the ship. Building new ship modules will cost credits, and deleting them will give you credits back. The shipbuilder will keep a running total and process the entire transaction at the end. So you're not paying as you go. it's going to pay you. You're going to pay for it all when you exit out. There's a flight check that will give you warnings or errors if your design is invalid for any reason. Okay, and we're just going to exit out and exit out, and then we look over here. There's our ship. So we just moved our ship to right here. We're going to hit tab, go into ship, hit F, hit Q, roll down here to resources and hit T and put them all in the ship. They're available here no matter what. So we've got an extra pack. We can put this in the ship as well. We've got probably an extra weapon or two. We've got 2 Equinoxes. We can put one of those in the ship. And the Grendel we can put in the ship. And let's see. That's it. That's all we're going to put in there. We're down to about 52 kilos. That's not bad. But that gets us, we're done with that. Now, we can come over here and jump. And we can jump right straight to there. Okay, so we can land here and get from one to the other pretty easily. Now, what we're going to do is go down here. We created that output link from our extractor to one of our storage units. But we've got to link the rest of our storage units. So what we want to do is go into FR and hit the tab key. And then we're going to right click here and go to the next one and right click there. By creating a chain of output links, incoming items will fill up the storage container at the end of the chain first. This is useful for providing storage for the output extractors and builders. Okay, so you'll notice how this one is moving up and becoming green, right? That one's going down. So we're going to move it here, 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 here. All right, and you'll notice that this, if you've done it right, this last one will fill up first, and then they'll fill up all the way back to the extractor. So we're going to come over here and do the same thing. Not difficult. Click, click, right click, right click. It's right click, not just click. Right click, right click, right click, right click. And then we'll go up here and do the same thing. Right click, 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 right click. All right, and then everything will move over. You see how that's going up. And we're going to come here and do it again. Right click, 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 right click. All right, now that's moving up. What we can do is hit V and go over here, and these, I believe, we're going to hit tab, and we're going to hit C until we get to power and aluminum, copper, and beryllium. Wind turbines don't. What required tungsten? I don't have enough tungsten. I guess just the extractor. Okay, so I need tungsten. Never mind. I do need 2 cobalt extractors, so I will need tungsten, and I can put 2 here. I made sure that I could. So now we're going to go up here, and I'm going to show you how to farm a little XP. It's not difficult. We're going to go up here and sleep for 5 hours, I suppose, 6 hours, something like that. All right, which is 346 hours and 42 minutes, in case you're wondering. That's a long gall dang time. 6 hours would be like 13 or 14 days or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to calculate it. And then we're going to go FRV again. We're going to hit tab. And we're going to look around and make sure that all of our, we can see, let's roll in. We can see that they're all green now, right? Everything is green all the way across. We can't see whether our extractor is full, but we can see that all of our storage is full. Okay, it doesn't tell you how much cobalt is in that. All right, it just tells you that it's there. But anyway, we're going to hit escape. Everything is full. We know that. So we're going to come over here. Now, there is a trick. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm not going to do it. But you can go into settings and go into gameplay options and turn this all up. Turn your to extreme difficulty and have weighted ammo, carrying capacity reduced. Everything on this side increases. Now down here is aim assistance. That's controller only, doesn't affect me. So I can get 75% more XP by going in and doing that. And then I would run out of here. I would go out of this. But here's the thing, I'm malnourished and dehydrated, but that would give me an extra 75%. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to go back to defaults. All right, everything normal, ammo weight normal, everything normal, okay? Which is where I run things. We're just going to do normal. And that's, we're now normal, okay? But anyway, I'm going to go in here, and if you set your cursor right there and double click, it sets it to 99, right? Then you just hit E, and then don't move your mouse, just double click again and hit E, and you can go through this pretty doggone fast. And every time you're getting 108 experience every time you do that. Okay, and since you've just slept, you just roll your mouse down. Don't move your mouse, just roll it down with the thing. Double click there and you're doing it again. Alright. We should have probably slept another hour or two because we didn't get as much cobalt. But I made a couple of levels there. Alright. And notice our cobalt ran out a little early. It doesn't mine as fast. It extracts much more slowly than everything else. So we're now at level 8. I got four levels right there. Just boom, just like that. Now, as you gain in levels, that's going to go away. First thing we want, targeting control systems. We definitely need that for the very next thing that we're in. Now, you'll notice we put one here, one here, one here, and one here, and we can now go to this level. Okay? We got to have 4 more to get here, but we could put 4 more right here and get here. Or we could put 8 more here and get right here. But we're going to be using all of these at some point. So we definitely want Starship design sooner rather than later. But over here we're going to want, well, first things first, we're going to do ballistics. We're going to rank that up. Now, we can't do rifle certification yet, but we could do pistol certification, and we do use pistols occasionally. I'm not going to because I may put one in lasers, but we're not going to worry about it right now. We want one in persuasion. That's going to be important. Then we'll get credit for doing our persuasion checks. And I want one for, we're going to start with fitness. Now I'm going to start with stealth because both of these are important. I may go do some more levels, in fact, in order to get one for fitness and one for weightlifting. And probably one for lasers or medicine, which we need all of these. Research methods is another one we need, but I'm probably going to do that. Probably going to go over here, and I'm overburdened, but it's okay. Doesn't matter that much. There's a trick. We're going to sleep for 7 hours this time. 8 hours. We'll sleep 8 hours. And see if that fills it up a little better. That should even things up a bit with our cobalt, and it just mines quite a bit more slowly than everything else. So, but 8 hours ought to do it. We did 6 last time, and it was close. So now we're going to go back over here, and notice how our oxygen is going down just by moving. If we had a point in fitness, I'd show you what that does, but we're going to go back here, do the same thing again. Just double click right here and E, and then I move my mouse, which is no good. If it says 98, you got to move it over just a little until it says 99 and E. And then don't move it anymore. And this goes pretty quick. Now you notice those are pretty even. We only have 5 aluminum left and all our iron is used up. Because we have the same amount of storage, so we're doing what we need to do. Now this will use up all the iron, aluminum, cobalt, and nickel that we have in the ship. First thing. Okay, so our nickel is still... we didn't get as many levels that time either, I don't think. But we got enough. Because all I really care about is 1 in medicine. We definitely want that. That'll help us. And 1 in fitness. And 1 in weightlifting. Alright, now, trick on fitness. We are overburdened, right? Well, what you have to do in order to rank up fitness is you have to use up all available oxygen and CO2. So we're just going to sleep for an hour. And that'll restore it. Then we can just run around and do it again. Look at that. See that? And we can also do medicine like this, I believe. We can run around until it's all gone. We can certainly do wellness like this. And notice how our health is going down. Our health is going down big time. We're going to get down to right there, and then it's going to quit going down. I don't know if that's going to give us 1 or not, but this will get wellness. We sleep for an hour, and guess what? Boom, we just restored a bunch of health, and our wellness is back up. So we could just stand right here, burn off levels, and get our wellness at 100%. We could get our wellness ranked all the way up. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to keep those things in my inventory. I'm going to get rid of them. And I do that, just hit tab, go into inventory, roll down here to resources, and hit R and E. Just like that. And then I'm going to get it all the way out. And they're going to drop right here. And that's them. We could take and sell them, and eventually I will. But I wait until there's a significant pile, and then I go sell them all at once, because you've got to wait until... I'm going to move them over out of my way because I'm OCD like that. Oh, did not want to do that. I picked one up. Okay, so it dropped where I wanted it to anyway. Okay, that's the end of that. Now, we don't want to survey this. We don't care about that right now. We're not going to do ground pounder. Check out your ship's inventory. All right, that's an easy one to do. And then we're going to go do the old neighborhood. But first we'll go do this thing in the ship, which is simple enough. And then we're going to fly over there. Run around and try to catch some more. And all we're doing... we've got a shipbuilder right here too, and at your own outpost, only specialty parts aren't available. You get a wide variety of stuff that's available at your outpost. There are some specialty things that aren't available here, but if you have the level to get it and it's not quest locked, then you can get it. Now we're going to hit R. And we're going to go into resources, and we're going to take 1 adhesive. Nope, didn't work. We've got to roll down to, we'll take the Equinox. We'll just hit E. And that actually completes it, which is ridiculous. But we'll go in here to Q. We'll get rid of the Equinox. And we'll go down here to resources, and we'll get rid of the 1 resource that we took. And that's all there is to it. We're done with that one. Now we can go back in here, and we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the old neighborhood, and we're going to talk to Sarah. So we are going to go back to before I do that, let me tell you why. I don't burn off. Okay, hold on. I'm at level 11. At level 11, I'm going to run into higher level enemies. Enemies scale with you up to a point. Some enemies scale with you up to a point. If you come in here right out of the gate with just the weapons and the spacesuits that we currently have, and you burn off 35 levels, you're going to get dead a lot. Okay, you are going to get dead a lot. Because the enemies you're fighting are going to be scaled to you at level 35, and your weapons and your spacesuit and your skills can't keep up with that. You could get your skills up, but your weapons and your spacesuits, there's not much you can do about that immediately. You need, because this weapon, there's only so much you could do to it to make it great. Okay, there you could do a little, but you're limited. So I don't burn off just tons of levels all at once, especially at first. Later on, once you're up to about level 50 or 60, you can burn off quite a few levels, because by then you're going to have good weapons. So doggone it, I apologize. We're going to go in here, and we are not going to go to the lodge. We're going to go to New Atlantis. And because we got a couple other things, we've got about 20 minutes, and we're not actually going to start this too much. We want to go down here. We don't have a whole lot, but we're going to. Now, we've slept for multiple hours, so everything's going to be refreshed at our vendors. So we can go in here and sell everything we don't want to keep. I've gotten rid of it. It's in the ship. So we can go in here and sell off the stuff that's in the ship. The deep mining pack. The aid we don't want to get rid of. The resources we don't want to get rid of. And that gets our ship down to about 202 mass. 202 kilos of 450.
See some of the ships we get landing here. Like their owners thought decorating their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch.
They say that a lot. You're going to get a lot of that. There's another quest we're going to go pick up real quick, because he's always here. This guy over here, right there. We're going to just walk by him, and he's going to come running up. Hey.
Hey! Hey, you! You have a minute?
Yeah.
I need to talk to you. You're the one that was on Vectera, right? You flew in on the, Frontier.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew it! Tommy Bitlow, SSNN research intern. Word is the Frontier was involved in an attack? It's true, right? You saw some real action?
Well, I don't know what you mean by action. Good people died and are injured.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're the first source I've ever met. This is great, great! My boss, Nadia Mufaz, would kill to talk to you. An actual eyewitness! There's credits in it for credible, newsworthy information.
Okay. Who's Nadia Mufaz?
Everyone knows David Barron, the face and voice of SSNN, if you will. But Nadia is in charge of all the research. All the best stories were written by her. She's really something.
Yeah, well, I could use the money.
And easy money, too. Just go to the SSNN building. It's not far. Keep it up, Tommy. You're killing it.
All right, so we're going to go talk to Nadia Mufaz. And we're going to walk in front of this guy.
Sergeant Yumi is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested.
There we go.
Scan as you enter the city.
Bing,
Please
bing,
keep
bing.
moving.
Talk to Sergeant Yumi. That's another one we were looking for.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
We're stacking up cash is what we're doing. I apologize. Doggone it. Now we can build, if you see at the bottom, it says down there by the R, it says 7, Outpost 7. which means we can build 8 outposts at the very beginning of the game, in case you were wondering. And we're going to go over here. No red people. Doggone it. Oh, red person. 2 of them. So we're going to go over here, scan her, and scan her. And then we're going to hit F. And whoa, stop.
Ah! You startled me.
Yeah,
Mind giving me some space?
yeah. Time to give up or die. Your choice.
Me? No. This must be a mistake.
Maybe you'll just have to pay a fine.
That's a fair point. Maybe I'm catastrophizing here. Maybe I can handle the penalty.
Maybe you can. Guilty or not, I have to take you in.
Everyone has a bounty on their heads these days.
Okay, well, doggone it. Maybe you'll just have to pay a fine.
I hope it's a fine.
There.
I can pay a
Jeez.
fine. You know?
Same
I
thing
can do
twice.
that.
It worked.
Wow. Never even thought about that possibility.
All right, so
Fine. I'll come along.
yeah.
Can't wait for my lawyer to hear about this.
This is the easiest way to get speech challenges done. And the other one left. Of course they did. As soon as they saw me confronting that one, they left. Yeah, no red people left. They probably went into the well, but we're not going down there right now. There's another way into the well right over there. Doggone it. They got away from me. But it's okay. I got one of the 2. That's the easiest way to get speech challenges done, though. The persuasion challenges. Just do bounties. Every time you come into a city, do a... And we want to go to the commercial district, I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute. Let me see. Maybe we don't. Tab. Oh, it tells us they were at the Mast district. So we're going to run over this way towards Mast, because we can get to Mast from here. And we're going to grab that other person. There they are right there.
Rations?
Keep
Check.
it moving.
Rifle?
Oh, wait. Doggone it. Look who this is. Hey, Bobby.
Hey.
Bobby Katz.
Hey, it's you again.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby. I see you've met your new step-parents.
You would think that. What is with adults?
What?
These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody
What?
would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis.
Oh,
We have
well.
a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah.
And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
June 11th. Yeah, I remember. Oh, wow. So his parents were actually
Can't
alive.
believe the UC just wrote us off like that.
Yeah. Imagine that. So now we're going to go over here. Oh, we got another one.
Brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now at the
And we're going to
nearest
get this guy too. Pedro something or other.
Leave me alone, please. Not a good time.
Yeah. Do you want to die? If not, I suggest you stand down.
Get out of my face. This is such a joke.
This isn't complicated. Turn yourself in, pay a fine, do the time, live your life. Easy.
There's no way
Oh,
they'd let me
man.
pay a fine and
I hate
move
it when
on
it
with
does
life.
that. Let me guess. You're innocent, right?
Damn it. I can't fight this, can I?
Nope. Maybe you'll just have to pay a fine.
Maybe you're
That
right.
time it works.
Maybe it's not that big of a deal after all. All right. I'll surrender then.
And we're going to get
This
all
is
3
just a
persuasion
minor
challenges
setback,
done
of
right here with
course.
just this. All right, so now we're going to hit F, and we're going to look for our other bounty.
Want to challenge your
There,
instincts and hone
they've
those
left.
corporate skills?
Dadgummit. They're not anywhere around. So we didn't get that one. They're around somewhere. But they're... There. Is that you? Is that you, John Wayne? Alright, so F and go confront this guy. Arjun Sahu.
Yo! You startled me. Mind giving me some space?
Yeah, no. Time to give up or die. Your choice.
What? There must be a mix-up.
Maybe you'll just have to pay a fine.
Huh. Money does fix a lot of problems, doesn't it?
Yeah. The bounty says you're guilty. I'm not arguing with it.
I guess it doesn't matter if I say I didn't do it then.
Nope.
All right. No need to do anything rash.
And we just succeeded in 3 speech challenges just like that. Alright, so we're going to hit tab. And we don't have a mission active. We may have failed that one. Let's see if we got a mission. Yep. We may have... all roll down here. No, it doesn't show that we failed it, but it doesn't... oh, no, there it is. Let's see if they're here. Tells us we got to go back here. So we're going to see where they went. We got about 10 minutes. We can get this done. So we're going to go straight down here.
Private sector.
Oh.
Now that's where the real money's at.
He went to the spaceport. We were right behind him. Doggone it. We don't have a point to put in this, but I don't care. I'm collecting cash now. And he's going to be somewhere over here, 35 meters away. Don't you run off, buddy. I'm coming after you. Hey.
Leave me alone, please. Not a good time.
Sorry. You want to die? Not. I suggest you settle down.
This better be good.
Maybe you'll just have to pay a fine. He's not going to.
That sounds downright civilized.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Everybody says they're innocent, you know.
No. I knew they'd pin it on me. This is bullshit.
All right, well, you have your day in court. Maybe you just have to pay a fine.
Are you that gullible?
Uh-oh.
Do you seriously, truly believe that?
Uh-oh.
I think you got me confused with someone far, far less violent.
This is bad. This is so bad.
Wow, hit him. You're running in there. That's a bad idea. Sorry, buddy. All right. Let's reload.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Let me know if I can get you any. The bartender is on duty. All right, so we made a little kerfuffle there. We may have made a little kerfuffle. But that sometimes happens. Now we want to go back here to the Nadia Mufaz one. Uh-oh. What? Why does it say bounty hunting? Oh, he's dead. He's done. I can't have bounty hunting again. All right, we want to do a light in the darkness. All right, and that's going to take us to the commercial district. We were right there, but we're going out here, and we take a left and go right up this ramp.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Yeah, you can't get her a cup of coffee. They never let you get them a cup of coffee under those circumstances. So we're going to run up here. And this is not going to take too long.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But David's my friend. He writes me.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots. Mr. Barron's a very busy and important man.
Yeah.
I've just got a feeling about you. You have a story to tell.
Nope.
I might be able to...
Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Yeah, okay. Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over?
Cool.
Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living.
Something like
I
that.
bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
Actually, your intern asked me to do an interview for you.
Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
The Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining facility on Vectera.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Now I'm going to keep Constellation out of this. We were mining beryllium, iron, and some rare minerals. Easy credits for them.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
No, I was one of the miners.
Huh. I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna leave Constellation out of it. We're just gonna say the mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
So we got 650 credits and some experience. So that's that. Now we can go. We've got about 3 minutes left to get back to the lodge, and that's where we'll end the episode.
Welcome to SSNN.
So we're gonna run.
You're out there a lot, right?
Okay.
In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Scum of the galaxy. Robbing, stealing, killing. Even the Crimson Fleet don't trust them.
Okay. Yeah, we got about 3 minutes. Like I said, we'll quit doing that because, you know, reasons. And we're gonna go this way.
Something to report?
And usually when we're running, they leave us alone. Usually. There's the enhance. In case you're wondering, enhance
You look completely
is like
different.
the face shifter in Riften, in Skyrim. There's something I'm looking for, but I don't know where it is. It might be up in it might be in the residential district. Yeah, it is. It is in the residential district. We're not going to go there right now. It's not critical. Just something I wanted to kind of point out. All right, we'll walk for a bit. They always get in your way. No matter which way you go, they manage to get in your way. This is especially true in Neon, which is a city on another planet. We're going to get there before very long. But at any rate, we go over here to the lodge, and we've got about a minute left. That's good news. We can get in here. We'll go up to our room, and then we'll talk to Sarah when we come back. And start this fresh and clean. I think maybe, let's see, do I have any more notes to add? Q. Let's see. Nope, already did it. I can move that in there. Don't need that. Alright, so that's it. And then we'll end the episode right here. Thank you all for watching. This is Groundhog Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your suggestions and criticisms are greatly appreciated. Liking and subscribing, those are fantastic too. But I'd really like to bring y'all better content, and suggestions will very much help me do that. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode.